all work and no play makes Jack a less effective Christian? Let's talk about it. This is Bite Size Theology. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bite Size Theology, a ministry of Springfield First, where we tackle big topics around faith one bite at a time. I'm your host, Allison Meets, and today I am joined by Nick Jordan, and we're talking about the theology of play. Do you like my joke?
It was random. Yeah.
All work and no play, you know.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I didn't expect it.
You weren't ready for
unscripted
jokes.
Yeah, it's that unscripted.
Get ready for jokes.
Yes. And
especially when we're talking about something like play.
Yeah. So we're given this prepared list, Roger and I, to choose some of these, and I chose this one because I thought I'm not good at this. This idea of what does play have to do with the Christian life, and I always think more broadly, like what does it have to do with the good life? Like the Christian life is supposed to lead us into the good life, and play is one of those things that I can be overly serious. So even when I think about play, it's like, what would the discipline of play be?
Oh
Which
my
is
gosh.
just like, just like, what are we doing here?
Like antithetical, yeah.
Absolutely on the wrong path there. I think that God is more fun than I think God is. I don't know what to do with that necessarily.
God made platypuses.
This is true.
And narwhals.
Yep.
You can't tell me God doesn't have a sense of humor.
That's true. So when I think about, I think God is playful in the creation. I think when we play, I guess I think God has to be playful because we see so many animals that play as part of how they grow up. I mean, humans obviously do that, but all the primates and everything, and dolphins play, and dogs play, and to see that, it's almost like I don't know the biology or I guess what actually is going on in those animals, but I can tell, or I assume there's something similar to the joy that I feel in certain things. Something about, I'm trying not to use the word enjoy because it's the same as joy, but something being valued for itself, like not to get to somewhere else, but the thing that you're actually that you're actually doing. Like when a dog runs fast, it sure seems like it's having a good time.
Yeah.
And horses. And every time I see, like we've got tons of birds of prey around here. And whenever I see them just kind of doing their thing, hovering in the air, I just think, do they enjoy that? Is that just, are they just kind of, okay, I'm looking for food. That's the only reason I'm up here. Or do they just sometimes just enjoy their birdness? And so when I think about that for myself, like what is it that's joyful for me? And out of the conviction, I guess, that if something's truly joyful for me, then it is telling me something about who God is and how God made me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, God didn't make us to just work and just be serious. If he made us just to work, why is there a Sabbath?
Sure. Yeah, and I think the Sabbath is perfect for talking about joy, because I think we're supposed to, I keep saying enjoy. I'm hard trying to define the word with the word. But I think about, like, you'll see this in old movies or read old books where a certain kind of Christian community, they would say, okay, we're going to observe the Sabbath, and that means we better not hear any kids laughing somewhere. You're not allowed to go sledding on the Sabbath. You're not allowed to play these things. You can read the Bible. We're going to go to church. You can take a nap, but it better not be too long. These sorts of things. And versus kind of what if it's to be enjoyed? What if it is stop, as in like what Sabbath means, just stop, cease, knock it off, cease striving, as one of the Psalms says, and just pay attention and enjoy and drink deeply of this day. And so when I think about things that I've read over time, but sometimes I'm able to do this, is those times when you're able to have a little bit extra time, what do you do with that time? And sadly for a lot of us, that's like when you go on vacation. I know there are some families that the only time that you ever see some, like in my household, Mel cooks almost all the time. And I cook more when I'm on vacation, and I enjoy it, which makes me think that I need to kind of create space in other areas of life to enjoy that.
Yeah.
And not just because that would be nice for our household. It would be nice to my wife. It would be nice maybe to the kids if they like the things that I pick, at least. But there's also a sense of if we miss joy, then we're missing something that God put there in life. And so actually, I think, I don't know where this came from, but there was this story that shows up in the Talmud, like the Jewish kind of giant commentary on Scripture that was developed over hundreds of years. The story of this rabbi that gets to heaven, and God says to him, "Why didn't you enjoy life more?" And that, like, truly is a story that's just in my head regularly. Just like, how am I doing on that measure? And because according to that story, it's actually not just life's not as fun if you don't have fun, but it's an unopened gift that God has given you, and it's even, I think it's even saying that it's a sin not to enjoy life, and I think that can be a convicting thing, because if we think about the things that good Christians aren't supposed to do, a lot of them are pleasurable, and so we kind of, okay, let's throw all this out, and for one thing, God made pleasure, but joy and pleasure and even this idea that, like, they all are selfish somehow. They aren't worshipful. When I think that enjoying God's creation is actually how we worship God.
Yeah.
That enjoyment is involved there.
If you think about, we talk about God as like a parental figure to us a lot of times. If you think about, we're parents, if I gave my kid a gift and he never touched it, I would be annoyed.
Yeah, and that's
They're
not
like,
a hypothetical
"Man,
either.
I got you." Oh yeah, no, it happens. They're like, "I got you this thing because I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
Go play with it. Go enjoy it because that brings me joy to see you like happy." And children's laughter is one of the best sounds.
Oh, absolutely.
And I imagine that is so much more amplified for our relationship with God. When God sees us enjoying what God has made for us. That's got to make God happy.
Yeah, and I think even my thoughts will often go to, like, Genesis 1, where nothing bad seems to have happened that we can see, at least in the human world. And it seems to be that Adam and Eve are supposed to enjoy, and the fruit tastes good. Even the bad fruit that they're not supposed to eat still tastes good. That somehow that there's pleasure and joy kind of built into creation, and that it's just, life is so not boring that it's on purpose that it's that way. That there's so much to experience.
Things don't get hard until the fall.
Sure.
So that's an interesting perspective on it that I hadn't thought about.
Well, and I think even from the perspective, I mean, food is one of those things you can trace throughout the Scriptures that shows up again and again. Well, to not get too far off track, but like in Genesis itself, God makes this garden, and it's not like, here's a sustaining fruit that has all the essential nutrients that the human body...
This fruit has the best macros.
Yes, exactly. And so, like, these meal replacement things that we can see all the time, sponsored by, no. The meal replacement things that we can find all over the place, that's not how God created. Like, why do there have to be, like, a grape and a grapefruit and a lemon and a lime and an orange and all these things and all these fruits that like I haven't even tasted, and they grow somewhere on the world, and the people there enjoy them. Why would there be that much kind of abundance and just it's just overflowing with good, and it's for us to enjoy.
Yeah, why would God have made these things taste good if he didn't want us to enjoy eating them?
Yeah, and there are never any downsides to that.
Totally,
we never need to have any limits. Yeah. But I tend to think like for all the issues that we do have with I don't know, self-destructive relationships with some of those things, or the avoidance of certain things. I still think we probably have more trouble with how do we enjoy things well.
Yeah.
And I sometimes wonder, not that I know, but I sometimes wonder if God's more concerned about how many good things we miss rather than the misuse of good things.
A very Ferris Bueller of God. Life moves pretty fast.
Okay. I don't remember that part.
It's like the big quote from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
It's his whole thing is life moves pretty fast. You got to slow down and enjoy it sometimes.
All right. That's
The theology of Ferris Bueller.
Theology of Ferris Bueller. Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. So we hope you'll join us next time on the next episode of Bite Size Theology. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Bite Size Theology, where we take big ideas about faith and break them down one bite at a time. We hope today's conversation has helped you grow in your understanding and sparked new insights on your journey of faith. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. And as always, if you have questions or you want to dive deeper into today's topic, feel free to reach out. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep growing.